Hi everyone, and just to keep you updated on the progress, this has taken some time, but we're getting there slowly with the track bed. And as you can see, I've got that sort of second layer on there. We've got the caulk on the top, and just about here we're starting to rise up a little bit further again. That's all glued down. I've just got to put a caulk top on it. I can't go any further than that for now, although that's as far as I wanted to go as such, because now once I get that caulk down on the top, I can start laying the track back down and back into Exehaven Harbour station. So at least I can start testing it and we can see how the trains run up and down. That slope there, it's not really a concern, but a little bit of a concern. After my last layout with the gradients, they were a little bit too strong, but there was a lot of curves as well with going up on the gradient. So that one is straight, so I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. And again here, as we go up a little bit further, that's coming off of a straight, it's not on a curve, so I'm hoping that will work quite nicely. Now, like I say, I can't go any further. I've got an order in the post, it's on the way, and that is for another pack of risers, 2% risers, and I'll continue that when I get that there. I feel like I've really got some momentum going now, although this does take some time to sort out. It's going, you know, and I'm, you know, eager to get on with more. Time will tell this week, as usual. I've got loads of other stuff to do, but the more cabin time I get, the better it will be. Okay, so we'll come back in the next segment. Right, hi everyone. Not much done since the last segment. There's been a lot going on at home. Some not very good things in terms of some of the family's health. So it's been a week really since I've been out here, but I've come out here today because I've got some time. And I've looked at it, and the old shoulders have slumped a bit because, as you can see, it is in a right state. So what we're going to do this morning is have a real good clear up, and before I do anything else, I mean, I'm probably not going to get anything done apart from tidying up today, so it's just to let you know where I'm at, and hopefully we can get cracking this week and get some track down at least. I have been waiting for a couple of things to arrive just to aid me in the track laying process and all that sort of stuff. Now that I'm on the foam risers, I just needed some other stuff. So anyway, let me get on with it, and I'll come back to you in the next bit. Hi everyone, and welcome back to a very wet Tuesday, which was meant to be a golfing day today, but that got cancelled, and plus I had been up to London to see a show or a concert last night, and honestly I didn't fancy it at all today, so I've got some extra bonus time in the cabin. Now, as you can see, we have a new addition to the layout. You'd have seen it run round in the opening shot, and we've got the Brighton Bell from 1969, and this is thanks to David Pearce from Broadstead. Check out David's channel, I've mentioned him before. He's got a fantastic layout, and there's lots of videos, well, there's a few videos of the trains running on his layout. And it's just all sort of running stuff, but it's great, and an engaged layout, absolutely stunning. But anyway, David, through a conversation with him a little while ago, I think I'd said that I quite admired his Brighton Bell in the I think it's the umber and cream livery, or the old Pullman livery, and he said, well actually John, I've got another one sitting here in the blue and grey livery, wondered if you'd like it. Now, of course, I bit his hand off because I really do like this. It's the sort of thing that I'm really into. It's a bit like my Western Pullman. I absolutely love it, and I decided to go for it. It's kind of a little bit out of Exehaven's era, but I think I said some time ago that I'm prepared to stretch it a little bit into the pre-tops blue and grey era, and this is from that spell, and it is such a lovely model. As you can see just from this little shot here, all the lights are working, and it is a lovely smooth running loco. Didn't go without some problems when I first started doing it. When I first got it, it was a swine to get the body shell off to replace the chip, and I'd got a Rouse chip, which is DCC Concepts, I believe, or a Zimo, one of the two, but it comes from Rouse, and it's got the Rouse, it's got like a plastic covering around it with the Rouse logo on the top. So the instructions say insert the 6-pin with the Rouse logo facing up. So I've done that, spent an hour, nothing. The train wouldn't go. I've tried different scenarios, couldn't get it to work at all. And in the end I went off, had a cup of tea and a ponder, as you do, and I come back and I thought, you know, I'm just going to turn it over so the logo's facing down. Put that in, bosh, it works straight away. So another frustrating spell when I wanted to really get on with the tidying up, and it was almost something I wish I'd never started really, just because I wanted to get on. But anyway, we got there in the end, and you know, what a lovely well, what do we call it, electric multiple unit EMU, and I'm very pleased, and thank you David, thanks for the offer, and it's now found a happy home at Exehaven. So I shall just now set it on its merry way, and give you a few more little running shots of that, and there she goes. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to have the test track up and running, but fortunately I've got it up still so that we can get I could get the Brighton Bell going, and she's running nicely now. Sorry about the jerkiness of that. It's not the most expensive tripod in the world, but yeah, very pleased. So this will become the Brighton Bell, Exehaven Bell, and that will run from Brighton to Exehaven along the south coast, stopping at places like Southampton and Bournemouth, ready to pick up the passengers, ready for the ships leaving Exehaven Harbour. That's how I'm going to get around that. Okay, so we'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so the track laying very first stages have begun. Here, I've started it from here. I didn't go from there, that's just the next bit on really. Otherwise, if I keep laying the base, we won't get any track laying done at all. But anyway, the purpose of this little area is that I wanted to see if it would take the screws, my little screws with the flanges in. And the good news for me is that they do, and basically that holds the track in place nice and firm. Down here I've got the old push pins, mat pins or whatever they're called, and I just wanted to get sort of a visual kind of feel of how the curves are going to look, and I'm very happy with how they do look. I've used the Pico gauge thingy, and the tracks are exactly the right distance apart, and if we sort of stroll back here, as I casually trip over the little radiator, there are the sweeping curves coming down onto the bridge, or off of the bridge and round to the back of the layout. So like I say, very first stages. Now I've got that sort of down. I shall come back tomorrow because I'm not in the mood today really to do much more, because I am a little hungover from the night before, and I'll start getting that down. I'll start wiring it. I'll start soldering the wires on and the dropper wires and all that kind of stuff, and actually laying it what I would call semi-permanently for the point where I actually put some power to it, and we'll start the testing. So yeah, so a nice little bit done there. Pleasing from the point of view that the little screws that I use to hold the tracks down while I'm testing do work on the Woodland Scenics risers, and of course the push pins are great for holding things into place. So but that is just on a temporary measure. I think when I come to glue it, those will be used as well as the screws, so just as a double protection really to keep the track in place. So well, that's a way off yet, but we'll soldier on, but we'll do it tomorrow when my brain feels a little bit more like it. Okay, so I'll come back to you in a bit and give you a further update. Right, okay, so I'm going to finish this episode up here, mainly because I've been out in the cabin this morning. I've done a little bit of track laying and I've got 2 pieces laid. So really not much to show there. What I really need is a proper full day at it, and I just haven't got the opportunity at the moment. But like I say, I've laid 2 pieces of track. I'd forgotten how much swearing was involved with laying track, and it's been a little while since I've done it in earnest. But yeah, but I have been behind the scenes, as it were. I am sort of looking a little bit further ahead with another part of the layout, which where I'm laying the track now will run on to round the other side of the layout, and I decided to, I've been looking at viaducts as you can see, and I eventually decided on the scale scenes one. Now scale scenes, they're fantastic kits, but they are awkward if you like, and it's taken some time to get this cut out. It's okay to cut these things out, you just have to take your time, but it just takes a while to do. So as you can see, I've got 4 arches at the moment completed. I'll put the track on top just for effect really. That has still got to be completed. I've got to put, I think there's some walling to go up on here, but really I think that's about it on that one. And obviously there's another 4 arches to go here. So what I intend to do is just give you an idea of how it is, but putting this together, it is quite awkward, I've got to say. These pieces here are the brickwork that goes underneath the arches. You have to score the card to get them to bend properly, then you have to glue them to the edge of each arch, and it is a bit, the very first time I've done one, again, a little bit swearing involved. So but I intend to just give you an idea. It won't be a full in-depth on how to do it. I'll also maybe set up something where I can show you just how I cut the arches, but again, it's very simple, but it is time consuming, and with the thickness of card I've used for this, which is about 2 or 3 mil actually, well actually there's 2 pieces there, so I would say that's 2 mil card with 2 layers, so that's 4 mil in total, and it does take a fair bit to cut it out, so it's not just one pass by, and a fair few blades involved with the old, I use the Swan Morton scalpel, and I must have got through 2 or 3 blades just to get that first set of arches done. So Like wrap it up there, and I'll come back to you hopefully with a bit more time on my hands. Things have happened at home and stuff that have taken our time really, and I've been out, funnily enough. I've been doing a few things, so as you would have seen the other day, I was slightly hungover after a night out, and when you're 61, a night out now sort of almost wipes out the next day. I think you might agree with me, but anyway, not all of you are 61. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks everybody, all the new subscribers, another little jump in subscribers, which is great. And I'll just see you all on the next episode. So cheers everyone.